Cool. Get into this account here. You trade Mondays. If all my criteria is met, yeah. Good, LeBron. Curtis, what's up? Manny, what's up? Azar, what's up, brother? Are you bullish or bearish? Ask me at 9:25-ish. That's when we'll cover. Appreciate you, Sarah. I have my funded accounts open today. Good, Jaden. Monday, September today, 8th. No new opening gap. Opening range gap, you mean? Is that what you're referring to? It's good, Tommy. You guys, I think we're gonna start drinking tea whenever we trade. How you take partial? If you're in longs, click sell. If you're in shorts, click buy. Happy to see you. I've been good, bro. I've been good. No new week opening gap. It's right here. It's only 3.5 points, but it's there. Still counts. Monday, September 8th, 2025. No news Monday. CPI week. Your content, help me appreciate you, bro. I'm just here to trade my model every day. Yep, this is No News Monday. Yes, 34 points. What's the best free platform for testing? The only one I know is called Trader Casa. If you really don't have the money, then use Trader Casa. But if you do have, even if it's your last buck, I would highly recommend you just put it all into a backtesting platform for 1 month and go all in, bro. Game time going to open. Live account, I use Interactive Brokers, but if you're in, you can get 10% with Funded Next discount code. But if you live in the US, I'd recommend probably like TradeStation or AMP Futures. Or the only reason I use Interactive Brokers is because my stocks account is with them, and I'm just OCD. I need everything to be in one place, otherwise I don't like it. All right, just writing down my game plan. Got a nice sleep today. All right, I'll tell you guys what do you guys the game plan run through. Should we do it now? Or should we wait a bit? Maybe let's wait a bit. Let's wait a bit. Um, ah, yo, this mug goes hard, bro. Look at this mug, bro. Who's locked in, bro? Who's locked? Oh, it says it on both sides. I realized I turned it. I didn't realize it said it on both sides. Nah, this mug goes hard, bro. That's my eval, but job's not finished. Job's never finished, bro. What do you think of Equity Edge? I've never used them, but I know people personally who have used them and had no complaints. So I think you'll be fine if you like their rules. What's a good funded broker? Funded prop firm? I would recommend Alpha Futures. That's my number one. Number two, Funded Next. Listen, Funded Next has better rules than Top Step. Like, I'm just gonna say it, bro. But Top Step's a great, reliable option, so we can put that together. The reliability factor of Top Step is really nice. Also, I think Funded Next support is not that good, but I haven't had any issues to reach out, so I don't know. I can't confirm. Their AI is pretty good, I guess. Funded Next new, no. They've been in the Forex space a really long time. And then futures, I don't know, maybe a year. I'd recommend Alpha Futures. If your goal is to get your first couple payouts, Alpha Futures is significantly easier. You also have the no activation account, which is great. Um, and then if you're the style of slow, easy, consistent small payouts, Alpha Futures is good. But if you're also the style of going for one large payout, then you can also do that with them. So it's like the variety there. What's the max accounts you can have? 3 funded accounts is the max. So a max would be 350Ks. Hey bro, how you doing? Really good about psychology. Grateful to you, man. You mean you watched the videos? How much money did I start with? I had about like maybe $1,000 in my savings, bro. Was also technically in debt because student loans. Did you blow your account so you can get the same size ones now? Yeah. How much money did you? Well, we got a payout, Adam. Not on all of them, but we got one on one. On one of the three. But one pretty solid payout. I'm looking for longs. How about you? We'll cover the game plan in a couple minutes. Give people time to join in. The psychology playlist is absolute bangers. You quit school? No, I did finish school. I got my first payout in school, and I wanted to quit, but it was pretty easy. My first payout was I think $1,500 on Top Step. I used it all on one purchase. What am I opening up right now? Oh yeah, let me put you guys on. Listen, a lot of you guys are gonna watch me, and you're gonna probably think I'm good at reading markets. You're gonna think whatever, but this is the most important thing. For those who have actually sat there and watched these videos, they know. You gotta watch these videos, man. If you're struggling with psychology, I promise you, even if you think you're not struggling with psychology, this is gonna prove to you that in fact you are struggling with one of these things, or probably all of these things to some extent. I'm not perfect, even though I feel like I'm, really mentally in check. I definitely can still improve on every single one of these things. So I highly, highly recommend you take 15 minutes out of your day to watch these episodes in order. They have to be in this specific order, otherwise you'll miss out on information. The Psychology Mastery Series. Don't be lazy. If you're single botting, you probably don't care. But everyone else who wants to actually, become really good, I would highly recommend those videos. And if there's anything else you want to, share about what's good, Ryan? I'm good, bro. You can show the video. It's on my YouTube channel. It's called Psychology Mastery. It's basically everything I know that I've learned from my trading and then from professional traders, interviews, books, and then also some research, some deep research. Also some science behind psychology. A lot of things that a lot of stuff people don't like about psychology is just like, oh, just be more disciplined, and they don't think that like it's actually something that scientifically affects you or scientifically can be improved. They don't understand the science behind it, so they think it's something that just requires like willpower, but that's not the case. You can actually improve it like anything else. Yeah, he is amp. Should I start learning 16? Started learning yesterday, bro. The best time to start learning was yesterday or 10 years ago. Second best time right now. Yeah, see, but we're playing against nasty teams, bro. Like everyone has like freaking like they're level like 20, bro. Oh, should I do the recruiting? All right, listen. Before we um before we do the game plan for bias, listen, listen. We have a clan, a power of 3 clan. It's in Clash of Clans, and if you're good, I want you to join and carry us. All right? There's like 10 spots left, and I know some of you guys be playing. So if you're good, come carry us. You only need it's a Clash of Clans one. I'm gonna be honest, the Clash Royale one, it's already full. So don't join that one. Well, you can. It's already full. How do I like share it with people, bro? I don't know. It's called Gem. How do I even? I'll post it in my Discord. I'll post it in my Discord. So hop in. Town Hall 4 Titan League. Can I join? Bro, come carry us, bro. Titan League sounds like one of the best ones, probably. Please. We need you, bro. I know some of you guys are locked in with that. So I'll post it in my Discord right now. So if you go to the Discord, you go to Gatie, you'll see the link to join Gems Clash. And maybe one day when we have 50 good people, we can start running, mini giveaways in there too. Like, I don't know, if you do good or something. Anyways, game plan. Listen very, very closely. So, you guys know me. If all-time high is in the crosshairs, we shoot for all-time highs. That's the case most of the time. I think ES can make a new all-time high this week. Maybe not today, but it definitely, in my opinion, the probability of it making a new all-time high is a lot higher than it not. So, the overall drawn liquidity for the week is all-time highs. However, it's no news Monday, and I'm not expecting a large expansion day. But what does that mean? It means I'm not really gonna ask or look for price to do something like this. you know? It's no news Monday. To me, it's more likely to stay range bound than see a large one direction expansion move. It could, but I don't expect it to. We'll do it Friday, Sanjay. I think we'll do it Friday, or maybe Wednesday or something. I don't know. We'll see. Sometime this week. Um, so that's the idea. I don't expect a large expansion. So what do we do with that information? It's no news Monday. We're pretty much range bound between the hourly SIBI and the hourly BISI. So everything looks pretty neutral right now. Although we do have the all-time high narrative, which is always a strong narrative. So if we are going to expand one direction, I would expect it to Friday's high. But we're in premium. We've taken out buy side. I want to see a move lower. So going into open, we're going to look for shorts, targeting London low, pre-market low, maybe midnight opening price. Best case scenario, lower, new week opening gap. Best case scenario, higher is Friday's high, but we're just going to play the range. Meaning if we take buy side extreme, you guys already know, right? So if we take the extreme high, it's better to look for setups in than rather look for setups in out. So if we wait for the extremes, these are the two kind of trades that I want to take today. One of these. That's like 90% the game plan. Now, if the market, tends to be really bullish, and let's just say we get something like this, okay, then I don't mind looking for a continuation long Friday's high. It has to show me that it's not likely to be range bound for me to look for an extreme today. But I'm not going to look for these extremes going into market open. I'm going to keep it low-hanging fruit. It's known as Monday. It's CPI week. And our new week opening gap's not that large, so I'm assuming there's not going to be that much volatility. But we will see. Okay? We're going to open up the funded next account. No, I've not gotten payout on funded next yet. I am eligible for one, but it's too small for me to even consider taking. So should keep going until we get the max. So that's the game plan. That's the simple game plan today. I will open up the when the next account is open. Candles are about 11 small candles today, so we might have to up the contract size. Let's open up the alpha accounts and the apex accounts. Whether it's orange folder or not, I don't really care. I don't mind trading no news Mondays. There can be 20 news folders, there can be 0. I'm actually pretty good on no news Mondays, statistically speaking. So I think the range bound condition is, something I don't mind trading. You just have to be patient and know exactly when to execute. What's the highest probability scenario? And that's always going to be extremes targeting in, low-hanging fruit objectives. Nothing more, nothing less. So it'll be interesting. All right, let's minimize chat. Let's lock in. I know some of you guys are asking questions, but okay. Is there any urgent questions? No, I don't use Top Step anymore. We'd love to see supervision high cap whenever we PO. They want to take. Yeah, sounds like a good plan. Those alpha firm currency pairs. No, I'm talking about alpha futures. Are you funding Gaddy? Yes, with my multiple accounts. Also executing my live account. Did you catch buys? I don't trade before 9:30. Okay, let's break it down. Stay locked in. So we originally take out the pre-market high right there. Do I even want to spill sauce right now? I could spill insane sauce, but I'm not going to. If Bobby's watching, he knows. One market trades up, one market trades down. I'm going to go ahead and assume what's YM doing. YM's trading down. Let these sync. Let it do its thing, because they're out of sync right now. Don't try to trade while they're out of sync. It's no good. No good. Let's wait for a first presentation. Right? Let's wait for a first presentation fair value gap. Set up all these charts. Probably gonna hold off on the alpha funded and focus on this eval because we gotta get those 3 accounts. But I have all my Apex accounts open and my live account open too. But it doesn't mean I'm gonna execute my live. I don't know. I may not. Sometimes you'll see me execute my funded accounts, but I won't execute the live. So just keep that in mind. But I'll always show whatever I take on my fundeds. All of my fundeds. They're all copy traded. It takes so long. I have to verify my face. I have to re-sign in every time. All right, let it do its thing. This is, I'm not going to say random, but this volatility is too, this is unpredictable. I'm not even going to say, it's not random. I don't believe it's random, but it's definitely unpredictable. One asset's going down. Two assets are going down. One asset's going up. This one's going aggressively down. This one's going like meh down. Just wait. Better just wait for them all to do the same thing. Then it'll be easier and more clear. Why am I signing into that? Then we'll be able to, you know, understand the narrative a lot better. Like, for example, we wanted this short, and it's already kind of going away. This would be a change in the state. It's kind of risky, though. I'd rather wait for a first presentation. So I'll just leave a blue. Just leave a black line there. Actually, it'll be, I gotta be like red or something. Yeah, red. It would be a change in the state, but I want to wait for a first presentation fair value gap, because if it's going to keep wicking aggressively, well, I don't want to take a trade and, you know, the volatility just wicks me out. So we'll just be patient. We rely heavily on macros, rely heavily on every 30-minute candle open, 10 a.m., 10:30, etc., etc. We rely on those on Monday to give us, you know, more clear direction and such. Okay, all the accounts are set up. I got a pretty good sleep today, around 8 hours and like 15 minutes. Well, I did wake up a couple times in the middle of the night. I feel like 8 hours is like minimum for me, man. I feel like I'm a 9-hour guy. I feel like I need like a 5+4. I don't know if anyone can relate. I feel like most people are okay with like 6. They get 6 and they're like going about their day like they have 12. But no, me, I need 8 hours, bro. 7? I can only do 7 like once or twice a week. Like if I get consistently only 7 hours, I'm gonna crash out some day of the week. I don't know which one, but I probably will crash out. But I know there's people who can do 6 and they're like, they function like they got 12 hours. That's not me. That ain't me. I need 8 minimum. I don't know, that's just me. Are you gonna watch ITT? Of course, bro. Of course. I'm a humble guy, bro. I always have something to learn. Even if it's one thing out of the entire, all the hours, that is worth it to me. 4 hours, yeah. I want you guys to know, if I don't get at least 6 hours of sleep, if I don't get at least like 6, I'm not coming to stream, bro. I'm staying my ass in bed. Because I know I will crash out that same day. I get 9 but run like I'm on 4. That's so true. I always peak in the morning. Once 2 p.m. hits, it's like all my sleep went away. Okay, we're potentially putting in a first presentation. Oh, we didn't mark the opening range gap. We gotta lock in. We gotta lock in. Let's lock in. Let's lock in. I don't want to get too excited and stuff here. Opening range gap. We got quadrants. Just gonna go ahead and put that on 8. Let's take the quadrants because it's a pretty large gap. 25%. Not taken. 50% is right with London lows. That's beautiful, eh? So we can clean this up, right? We don't need to mark out org low. Yeah, we don't need to mark out org low because it's right inside new week. And we don't need to mark out org. But I do want to mark out org 50%. It's fine. We can just remove it because it's London lows. And then we'll see. I think there is a world where this is the low session and we take Friday's high. If so, if there's a protraction model somewhere here, yeah, I could take it to Friday's high. I wouldn't mind that. I've actually done the analysis. Oh man, you guys know when you have something like I have something, guys. I'm not even trying to be like not humble. I have knowledge. I had this information that I recently gathered, and I want to share it so bad, but like it's like one of those things where it's like I actually genuinely don't know if I should share it. But I basically know the probability of price reaching 25% or holding right here. And with this narrative, I feel like this is probably going to hold right here. Let's just say that. But that's only true on, up close days, 9:30. If 11:30 goes more higher than lower. So, we got our first presentation. I'd probably use it. Not the cleanest, but we'll take it. ES took the high right there. YM still bearish. We'll see if we get a protraction model here or if we fall short and start taking out the low objectives. I'm not sure yet. I think I'm trying to like this. If it trades a little bit higher, we'll short this. I don't like the fill. And I don't like that we're going to get SMT at 932. Let's just wait. I like it going lower here, but I don't like this setup. I'm going to wait. There's currently there's an SMT here. It could very well go lower. I just was not ready for that. And I don't know how much lower it can go. This could just be a retracement still. We can just wait for the macro. Maybe if we get an order block here. Or this inversion. Just gotta keep the trigger on the ready. Did we trade into a 5-minute or something? Respect anything. This protraction model wouldn't even be valid. Well, actually, it would be because of the SMT and the lows. 57 points to there. Could get 2R out of that, but I still kind of see both sides. I'm gonna wait to see what happens in this PA. I still see both sides, if I'm being completely honest. I feel like we could get the order block here and then start trading towards those lower objectives, London low. I favor those shorts. As of right now, I favor the shorts, but if we break above this high, I'd probably favor the longs. So I kind of have to wait and see. Don't really have anything else, any other choice. Because the narrative is simple. If this low stays intact, we'd likely take Friday's high. If this low fails, we'd probably go to London low and more. There's the inversion. Could long inside this inversion right now. I'm not going to. I don't like it. I don't think it's clear. YM looks bearish. Because I favor the short narrative. I favor the short. Unless it's like crystal clear that it's going to come here. I still favor the short narrative. Because remember, range day bias. And I said I'm only going to change that range day bias if the market starts to expand aggressively. And is this aggressive? Man, maybe you could argue this is aggressive. And to be honest, if this inverses, I'll probably short this. SMT at the body. YM looks bearish. I like that setup way more. I'm gonna ignore the long, and if it goes higher, it goes higher. I don't want a long from. It's no news Monday. I don't want a long high of day, anyways. So either it'll show me it's bearish, or we just sit out. We sit out for now, unless something really like high probability forms right here, and we can get an easy scalp to Friday's high. We'll see. Just gotta stay locked in here. Okay, well, macro's coming in 5 minutes. Well, it doesn't really matter, Jacob. I prefer the mini data, actually, because that's where I did all my testing, but I don't want to execute the mini. I don't want to go back and forth. You'll see me swap through every now and then just to see the NQ mini, but it's usually pretty similar, so just take what I get. Now we're trying to see that range-bound condition. CES. We saw all these potential setups. We're looking at high, and then you zoom out for a bit, and you're like, wait a minute. Is there really a move in play here? Or are we trying to jump the gun and the market's still range-bound? I actually really like this inversion, but I'd probably have to opt out. I just don't think the probabilities are there. I don't like seeing the 1, 2 candles, the failure of the high. The only thing I like about that is the fact that ES respected its fair value gap, but there's also a good probability that because Friday, yeah, never mind actually. ES is starting to break down. Yeah, they're just all moving out of sync. That's the issue too. Like NQ's about to make a higher high, YM's about to make a lower low, and YM is at low of session. So, what's the stock market looking like? Let's go Hood, leading the homies. Interesting day, man. I love days where like it's unclear because then it's gonna be so clear after the fact where it's just like, oh, this low is safe. And I mean, I understand that's probable. Like, it's not a bad narrative to look for something like this. It's right there. Previous day's high is always a strong draw, and we did go below org, failing to reach 25%. There's actually a pretty good chance that this low holds if we're bullish. That's the key. If we're gonna go more up than down in this session, there's a pretty good chance that this low gets held. But the thing is, that you could say the same thing in reverse. That this, well, actually, that number's a little bit different. But please don't set triple equal highs, bro. Please. There's just too many objectives lower and a range day bias. The thing is, look at this 15-minute candle. If we could just have some synchrony or whatever between the indices, it'd be a lot cleaner. For example, if NQ was going lower right now, it'd be a pretty obvious short for me to take because they'd all be doing the same thing. But I genuinely can't tell if if ES will take this low and then reverse and then we all go to like Friday's high all-time high. Also, I don't like these triple equal highs, man. That's way too smooth. But I guess there is an SMT. Well, not really. Just a body SMT here. I do like the idea of that inversion. But there's just no way I can short with the triple equal highs there. We'll see. What's the risk to reward on an inversion like this? It's really good risk to reward. It's 3R to London lows, and that's a high probability target. But honestly, this doesn't even meet my criteria. I would need a CISD to short. I guess you could argue this would be an order block. I guess the best trade that can form is if we get something like this, we just take that. Oops. We just take that setup right here. That would probably be the only setup that I can trust. 950 macros in 2 minutes. Pretty strong execution window for no news Monday. I'm gonna remove the Asia high marker. Okay, well, okay, hold up. This could be something strong because YM's getting a CISD. This is kind of, somewhat game changing, I'd say. YM getting a CISD, ES closing below the body. Or is that perfect equal lows? Perfect equal lows. I don't want to jump the gun here, but we'll watch this for sure. Would be a high of big protraction model, but like YM looks pretty clean there. It's a pretty sharp move, but it also could just be a retracement. Hard to say. We'll just watch. I don't really want to take the long, so we'll just tape read it if it forms and accept it that it, doesn't even look like we can get like a 1.5R. So we'll tape read this long. It is my model. You could get it at 1.5R. Say you waited a couple seconds. You can get it at 2R if you buy right now. No, I'm just going to wait. There's no way. Too sloppy. It's not clean enough. It's not clean enough. I need clean price action. And I don't want a long high of day. Still, that narrative has not changed. So we'll see if we break down. If not, I see the SMT here. I like that. YM also giving a protraction model short. I like that. ES gonna form an inversion. I like that. We could short that inversion on ES. It's kind of risky. Even if I got the fill here, it's good. So if we start trading lower, I'll just short it. If we start moving lower on this candle, I'll short. Oh, never mind. Good thing we didn't click short on that inversion. I had to see some follow through because I technically need to see IC, right? So that's why I didn't click the button there. Did YM spike as well? Not really. What was that? Oh, a fast candle. A lot of people took longs and went break even. Interesting. Friday's high is getting close. Friday's high is right there. It's getting real close. I still don't really want to buy high of day, but could be my CISD. I'm totally fine with it just going to Friday's high. Make me your Aphrodite. This is market's cooked, bro. ES is straight chop. YM is straight down. NQ is straight up. Straight up. Is there any synergy? What's NVIDIA doing? NVIDIA's green at least. Is it green above 930? Yeah. Well, maybe we just lead longs on NQ then. I don't know. I feel like NQ probably takes Friday's high. I can't imagine that it hasn't broken down yet and it's not gonna take Friday's high. That's not a strong narrative though, you know? So like, oh, we haven't went down yet, so we're probably gonna go up. Like realistically, if it was bearish, probably would be breaking down like right now. Can't really see it breaking down much more. I think we also inverted the hourly, or no, we don't know that yet. Is there a 4-hour there? No, we don't know that yet. It's a 4-hour rejection block. Pretty interesting price level to study. Definitely did due diligence or whatever. I feel like Friday's high is pretty likely. Just way too high for me. We're just gonna wait. Do you wanna play with magic? Boy, you should know what you're falling for. Yeah, Friday's high is in the scopes. What's Friday's high price level? 902? Definitely in the scopes. It's right there. I'm not gonna long it, but and that's fine. We'll just have to watch, you know. Unless like I said, a really nice protraction model forms somewhere like here that gives us enough risk to reward. We're just gonna watch. YM looks like it's also switching higher. Yeah, so now they're all somewhat moving higher. I mean, not really, but somewhat. Like YM formed the protraction model long. Like this YM long looks really good. I'm gonna be honest. I don't want to take a trade on YM, but it would look something like this. I guess we can just tape read the YM setup. We'll see. I don't know if it's gonna work out, but not the cleanest delivery, but interesting. You know, interesting. I always want to take my trades on N-Cube, so I think this is the retracement as well. Every down close candle has supported price thus far. Down close supported price, down close supported price, down close supported price, down close supported price, down close supported price. This one may not even close down. So for those of you who took the long, I guess nice, well done, good read. Definitely a strong narrative Friday's high. And like I said, there was a pretty decent probability that, remember, not that this low is safe, that this low is, the probability of this low holding because of the opening range gap quadrants is pretty strong if we close bullish on the session. I only ran the test in that specific condition. We don't have to sweep the high on Friday. That's why I'm not longing. Otherwise, I'd be longing. I wouldn't even be able to trust the CISD. It's not really from any significant level. The 4-hour RB? Did we get CE of the wick? We fell short of it. It's pretty significant. Maybe. Is there a daily wick there? We're just so high up. We'll see if we get the CISD. What I was waiting for. What did YM trade to? 15-minute gap? 5-minute? 4-minute? I want to see that YM traded into something. Okay, I mean, that's pretty significant. Let's see if YM formed the order block. I think YM's leading the shorts here. We did get the CISD on NQ. 10 a.m. open. I'll watch this candle. There's no bullish for value. There is a 15-minute gap down there. 814. We'll watch this. I'm not going to short it yet. Pretty good trade idea. We have a long way to go. Like, even if we shorted it all the way down here, okay, it's still 2R, you know? And we can always add. So there's no rush to get into this trade, jump the gun on the reversal when I'm not even convinced. Also, the 15-minute gap is somewhat, I don't want to say worrying, but to be honest, I am bearish still. I like the failure to reach 50% there. I like that. I like that. How far did we go above Asia? 1.1. That's pretty extreme. Like, that's already a pretty far extreme for a Monday, or just for a regular day even. So we'll see if we can get a protraction or something. ES is taking low of day. ES gonna take London low. London low is right here on ES. This thing's gonna rip. Nice. If this CISD was from a very specific level, like, I don't know, 15-minute high, or like we literally inverted the hourly gap. Did we? Is there a volume imbalance there? Yeah, there is, right? So there's no level here besides the rejection block. Also, wait. There's no level here besides the rejection block that really gave that CISD. So it's not really the strongest CISD besides it's above morning high. YM formed the order block right there. Probably short that gap. Watching this trade. Pretty good risk. We can still take the original CISD. Alright. We are shorting this. We're going to short the original CISD. Stop still has to go above the original CISD high. And we're looking for lower objectives. I like the short there. Let's remove the execution label. I don't need that. Just the arrow is fine. So there's a fair value gap there. We might trade into it. Doesn't really matter too much. The idea is that this high is safe because of the order block. And we're looking for objectives here. We also have a pretty good level. The 15-minute gap is right there at 814. So pretty good low-hanging fruit objective. And we'll see. ES has London lows really close. Like ES London low is 493. Oh shoot! Why didn't this go through? Stops at 876.25. $876.25. Cool. We'll see. Basically, this fair value gap has to hold. Otherwise, we're going to lose this trade. I like that YM formed the order block as well. That was a confirmation for me. See the YM order block right here. That's a protraction model on YM. That's a pretty good confluence for me. So let me zoom out on YM here. We'll mark out this low on YM, external objective. Since YM's leading the short, if it's going to go somewhere, probably go somewhere over there. We can also set an alert here on YM, see if it makes a lower low on the day. Yeah, it's pretty bearish. And obviously we want to find support or resistance, whatever, at this level. If we get the order block here, we might actually add a contract, because that's a very clean protraction model if it forms. So original CISD. If we get the OB, we bring the stop here. And might even add a contract. Gotta respect this gap though. I like this trade though. Pretty good trade. Strong narrative behind it. Deep premium as well. Trading pretty high up into that gap. May get stopped out on this price leg. But we give it a chance. We're inside the OB that we shorted. It's allowed to wick through. The bodies is what matters, so we'll pay close attention to that. Not the best fill. I got better fill on the other accounts though. I'm looking at this bearish fair value gap on ES as well. Closed about 50%. Not clean, but it's no news Monday, so we'll give it some leeway. We're still inside the OB. Just a waiting game. YM consolidating as well. No speed, follow through lower. It looks like we might get the Friday high, which is okay. Yeah, seems like Friday's high is probably the objective. Assuming we inverse this, obviously. Still fair game for now. Let's run a fib on this. A little bit of a cleaner number. Pretty deep into that fib. Pretty deep into that fib. Last line of defense is that OB. Doesn't look like it's gonna hold, but I'm not gonna touch the stop. We're somewhat slowing down in that 50% level, but not convinced yet. Could be inverse. And we haven't inversed the SIBI yet. Really sloppy if it is going to be bearish. If it's bullish, well, then it's not sloppy at all. It's doing exactly what it's supposed to do. Closing above 50%, poking through, retesting 50%. If it's bullish. If it's bearish, it's sloppy. Both back below 50%. Like textbook 2022 model stuff. Kinda. I mean, there's not really a liquidity pool here, the only thing. So many good confluences behind this trade, though. The failure for 4-hour CE, the CISD, strong, 10 a.m. open, inside the macro, market structure shift, the breaker, the fair value gap, the above all opening prices, the fact that YM is leading shorts, the fact that it's range day, Monday bias. I think there's an SMT in there somewhere as well. Yeah, SMT like this. A lot of good confluences behind this trade. Deep premium above all opening prices. What's the confluences for long? The fact that order flow has been mostly up and Friday high is a strong draw. It's not that strong of a narrative as compared to the shorts. We closed back below the fair value gap. But then we're just trading right back up to 50%. Doesn't look too strong if you ask me. Yeah, we're respecting a 3 minute. So if we don't inverse that 3, we're probably done. 3 minute bullish there. Damn. New 3 minute candle open goes crazy. The new 12 minute open. Just waiting. We respected 50%. That's nice to see. We definitely worked inside that imbalance really hard. Like I said, we want to see closure below here. Like speed below here. Speed below here if bearish. Because we don't want to give these people a chance to claim their profits, you know? That's a strong narrative. Strong narrative. Just give me a follow through. Do we stay consolidated here? I don't know. Giving us a couple chance. ES looks so choppy. I'll be straight up. ES does not look like it's going lower. ES looks like it's going nowhere. Downtown, walking fast, walking fast. The fill I got on my accounts is 848, so a little bit better of a risk. If we get the OB, we can officially bring the stop to 870. I'm kind of skeptical about that. 2 minutes, pretty clean. Not the cleanest, but pretty clean. And now I want. What's the stop on that? 38 points. We should be speeding up. If this is bearish, we should be speeding up. Next 15-minute candle opens in 45 seconds. We failed to take the previous candle high. Yes, took the. Yeah, there's an SMT here. It's just a waiting game at this point. Not even gonna overthink it. Just if we form the OB, bring the stop here, potentially add one on one of the accounts. I'll make that decision depending on how it gets there. And if it doesn't, well, it goes to Friday's high most likely. You gotta stay patient. I want to manage this trade, but nothing has told me. There hasn't been any. Unless ES respected a fair value gap. ES did respect that too. And then gave the inversion. So realistically, we could put the stop to 870. I was already thinking, like, not thinking about doing it, but like in my head, that we can obviously bring the stop there. What is that? 870.25. Reducing risk is always good. And you know I want to okay, YM traded to a 15-minute bearish fair value gap. That's good, right? That's good, I think. A new 15-minute candle open. We got below 10 a.m. I like that signature. So 10 a.m. open, short-term low, high, and then if we break below, that's my model's range expansion theory. Do I want to add one here is the question. Also, why is it saying that I should? This would be a nice mitigation block. High, low, lower, high, lower, low. Mitigation. We'll just annotate it as so. I'll bring the stop to 865. 865, 864. 865. What is that? 865.25. Yeah. The high, the 1 minute fair value got plus 1 tick. Just looking to reduce my risk. I always say, I'm going to say it every single stream. If you take a trade and it gives you the opportunity to reduce your risk, you took a good trade. You took a good trade. What did I say? 865. Failed to modify order. Okay. So the thing here is NQ just touched a 15-minute bullish fair value gap. So if we're wrong, well, we're about to find out. We're about to find. Wait, we didn't touch a 15-minute bullish. That's over here. Never mind. Take back what I said. Is there a 5-minute there? 10-minute? Okay. I take back what I said. No 15-minute gap has been touched. This would be the 15-minute gap right here. And it would be a discount level. I don't know if I want a partial there, but I'm seeing pretty good speed right now. ES is at London lows almost. You got, hold on, let's give it this. Let's give this London low. Is that a London bottom? I'm going to set the alert 1 tick higher. It's not letting me move the alert. Okay, there it is. Nice delivery there. I didn't add any positions. No news Monday. I don't think it's the day that I want to add a position, really. My first partial will be when ES takes London low. Should be like somewhere around here. Could scale the stop even lower. 64.25. There isn't really a clean level there. If we're wrong, we will find out shortly because we're inside that 15-minute gap. Easier annotation. Let's just remark first presentation. I don't have to mark on no 15-minute gap or anything. So I'll have an alert set for ES low of YM doing nothing now. Of course, now that NQ wants to go lower, YM wants to go sideways. At least ES is also in sync. Again, first TP is ES London lows. I actually don't have a first TP on my live account, so we'll just have to let that go. You could break even here if you wanted to. It's actually not the worst because of the high, the 5-minute gap that's forming. What's commission cost? $2.50. 3. I should cover commissions, no problem. Oh yeah, like I said, you could bring the stop lower. You could cover the mitigation block at 848. That would also cover the majority of the 5-minute gap that's forming. I think we rock with 848. Because it covers the 5 minute, 5 minute fair value gap that's forming. We want to make sure we cover that with our stop. And it's definitely covered there. We'll zoom time frame, see if we're missing anything. Yeah, this is probably a breakaway. Covers the high of that. 849 plus 1 point. Get the high, the inversion at 855. It's not the best stop, but we're basically risk-free on this trade now, and that's what matters, I think, most. Bouncing off first presentation, pretty strong right now. 15-minute gap. You traded into that. All we need is some follow through. 5-minute gap form. Hasn't formed yet. Just have to survive this retracement. It could like wick through here very easily. I'm a little bit like, do I really like this stop level? I mean, it's solid. It really shouldn't be coming all the way up there, but it could and still play out. True definitive point would be this up here. Pretty high. I think we just rock with a mitigation block stop. See if it does us justice. 850. We said 850. We don't want to see too deep of a retracement here. Forming the gaps there. It's probably still going to go a little bit higher. I don't trust this. I think it still go a little bit. I mean, we didn't trade into any significant gap. We inverted it too. The 3 minutes right there. That candle doesn't have a top. The 4 minutes right there. That candle doesn't have a top. The 5 minutes forming still. We did trade to the mitigation block, but I'm not convinced. I still think we're going to go a little bit higher. We just have to withstand. I think there it is. The first fair value gap of that price leg. I mean, obviously, I don't want to see it go higher. It would be nice if we just plummeted down below this low, but if we're being logical, I still think it goes a little bit higher. So I'm just preparing myself for that move against me, you know? The 5 minute gap is there. Could be a breakaway. I actually like that wick as a stop. Yeah, I actually do like my stop loss there. It covers the 5 minute. Didn't really go much higher than that. I think we'll mark it out like this. So if we're bearish, this is gonna be a really good silver bullet potential silver bullet setup. So I'll mark it out like that. It's your 5 minute gap. See if we respect that. Damn, that's a clean annotation, right? My chart looking crispy right now. Look at that. That's fun. That's real fun. That's real nice. Nice 5 minute sippy annotation. I like that wick, but then we're just coming right back in, so doesn't mean too much. Pretty strong candle right there. Bringing all the way to the high of that 5-minute Cibi. 50% of the mitigation block. Stops getting close. 842, 8 points away. This might be it for us. This might be it for us. Can always look for a re-entry if it respects the 5 and then gives us an inversion. I got out break even there. Nah, we're out. If it just starts to wick and then gives us an inversion here, we'll re-enter the trade. Like if this inverses. A pretty strong move though from first presentation, if I'm being honest. We got an SMT there. So it's not over yet, but it looks like it's probably over for the shorts, I'm gonna be honest. Good risk management. We lost like 15 bucks or something, 20 bucks. I don't know how much we lost exactly, but it's not over yet. There is a 5-minute Cibi here. If this comes and inverses, we can short that 28-point stop. Yeah, more than 2R, best case scenario. Or this just prints higher and we just let it go. Yeah, only minus 40 bucks. Pretty solid. It was a good trade. Plus $3 on the live. And Apex was probably something similar. I don't know. Did YM also? Interesting. Yeah, I guess in hindsight, the 15-minute gap held like a monster. But solid trade. Solid trade. I'd probably journal it as... Can I journal it as break even? I don't know, minus 40 bucks. We'll see what tops up. We'll see what I lost on that. Oh, alpha. Alpha we lost 55 bucks. That's pretty good. Pretty good trade. Unfortunate. Still surprised ES didn't take London low. I mean, we got pretty close to our first TP. We were 1.25 points away on ES. Kind of unfortunate, but I had the wrong draw, so I mean, I can't really complain. Even if ES got London low, we probably would have reversed from there anyways. Then it would have been like, I guess, a pretty nice partial. It would have been a nice TP for my live account, that's for sure. But so yeah, I suppose a protraction model long here would do justice for Friday's high, but I don't think we're gonna get it just the way that this has been printing. But hypothetically, so that short is gone. Friday's high is the main draw. I had the wrong draw on this trade. If we get something like this, I'll long it to Friday's high. I don't think we're gonna get that. But we'll see. You never know. We'll wait for that. See if we can be a participant long. I'm all in for we taking this Friday's high because I'm long on a bunch of stocks right now. So yeah, this is how Monday wants to print. Fine by me. Fine by me. So we sit, we wait for a protraction. Trading is not done. By no means is my session done. Friday's high is a strong draw at this point. Close back to above 10 a.m. That's a really strong indication. 15-minute gap. I don't think I would have longed this protraction anyway. If I was, would I have longed this protraction if I was bullet? Nah, no way. Now London low is right there. If anyone longed 1023, let me know. I'm curious. So it's a pretty nice protraction model. I guess if you were really bullish, then you expect the 15 to hold. But like we could have wicked down here and then ES takes London lows. I don't really like that. I don't really like that. No CISD level except all the way here. So we'll see if we get a protraction. There's 50% of their RB. We don't need that. I'm hoping this gives us a short-term retracement. We can get something like this that gives us like even 1.5R. I wouldn't even mind because there's a scenario where ES tries to play catch up. Yeah, quickly glance at the stock market. Damn, Hood is pumping. 15% on Hood. That's my homie, man. You're the real one, Hood. I know you want those equal highs. You're the real one. Much love. The video AMD pound here. All mid. Super mid. Okay. Retracement. It's fine. I don't want to demand Friday's high. That's a whole other situation. Friday being the draw is one thing. Forcing Friday high on a trade setup is another. Because now we have to be right about Friday's high, you know, as opposed to it's simply more likely to go up than down. But I still like the idea. I'm hoping just for a little bit. Nice. If we can get a deep retracement, I don't want to second guess it when the 5-minute forms. The 5 minutes right there. Oh no, it's in 1 minute still. I mean, I just hope the protraction doesn't form here because I don't want to take it right there. I really don't. I prefer a deeper retracement. Maybe like a half risk trade. Or like just even one micro trade. What's the risk reward if we take it from here? 1.5, 40 point stop, 1 micro for 60. It's really not even worth it. Okay, don't take that low yet. Don't take this candle's low yet. Just wait 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2. Okay. Now take that candle's low. And then we can execute the inversion. Take that candle's low, then I can execute the inversion. How do you want to do it? Give me the nice trade there. Make it easy on me. Just make it easy on me. Ten 30 opens, puts in a high, breaks lower. If we get back above 1030, you know we're likely to expand. Do I not have a 0.25 standard deviation? You're gonna make me do it? You're gonna make me long with the 5-minute stays open? Sometimes I hate breakaway gaps for this reason exactly. I'm hoping this does not wick. I probably won't take it. I don't think it's worth the risk. But you could hypothetically take this inversion. And it would not break my rules. I just would rather the 5-minute get traded to. Risk reward is pretty good. I just want the 5-minute gap, and I can't force the 5-minute gap. I've got the 5-minute OB. Hovering the buy button. I would love to see that fair value gap trade. I'm gonna remove this annotation and just hover the buy button. I don't trust this flat body candle. I don't trust the 5-minute staying open. I don't trust that failure swing. Not signatures that I want to see when I'm taking a trade. But the model formed. If you're a 2-minute like confluence, that's a little bit better. 3-minute, even the 4-minute flat, but all of them are flat bodied, except the 5-minute breakaway. Why is that 902? Heard a weird sound. We'll just have to tape read. SMT there. See if that SMT breaks. If it does, I'd expect speed towards Friday's high. If we get above this high here, then I'd expect speed towards Friday's high. Get the bullish fair value gap on, yes. Why are we doing this? $10.50 macros approaching. If it still wants to get that protraction from the 5, I would take it, but I don't think it's going to give it to us. Maybe. Depends if we get speed above this high or not. There's a speed above the high, so yeah, I don't think it's going to give us that protraction model, which is fine. It wasn't the cleanest setup, to be honest. Anyways, Stop to 1040 low, 1040 low. You can put your stop here. It's your next protraction model. I'm just tape reading. Getting real close to Friday's high. Good day though, good day. I mean, we were on, you know, pretty much clear sides. Stock market's doing well. We did talk about that low having a certain probability of not being taken if we're going to be bullish, which it looks like we will be. I'm gonna sleep because of y'all. Y'all ain't gonna sleep because of me. We had the right objectives. Or, yeah, pretty clean. Did we reach one deviation of this move? Nah. So we're just tape reading the Friday high here. I don't see myself executing Apex. What's chat saying? What'd you guys take today? What's the plan after Friday high? Journal, bro. What do you mean what's the plan after Friday's high? Will ES take Friday's high? It's possible. Either NQ consolidates and ES speeds up, or then they both just fall lower and going into lunch. Probably fall lower going into lunch if I had to predict one scenario to be more probable. Gatie, you know about sleep cycles? Yeah, I know about sleep cycles. How do you journal? I journal a lot, to be honest. I've been journaling a lot recently. I have 3 journals. I have a live account journal, I have my funded account journal, and then I have my Discord journal, which is for you guys to see all the trades we take. If today is a true long day, ES would be higher. Maybe we'll go higher. How would I journal? If you're brand new to journaling, I'd recommend just taking my template and start there. It's in my Discord for free. Took long after speed of IFEG. Nice, bro. It's in the book section. Yeah, we'll look for ATM today. It's been a while since we took an ATM trade. A lot of PM trades, a lot of PM sessions have been like paint drying, you know? MXM could expect bullishness the rest of the day. I don't know how much above Friday's high will go, but it's possible, I suppose. I suppose it's possible. We'll simply have to see. I've been taking crazy trades in the PM. Notion template's in the Discord for free, brother. It's in the ebook section. Is it possible we don't go to Friday's high? Yeah, of course. Of course it's possible. It's always possible. Just because something's a strong draw doesn't mean it has to actually be priced to. What's the probability? It's more likely to take it, but why do you mark out 1030? What did it do? 1030 is a range expansion idea for me. Every single 30 minutes, pretty much say this. If we're bullish and I see this, it's more likely to go higher. And that's exactly what happened here. And then it just repeats. Same thing with 10 a.m. Just 10 a.m. a little bit larger. See 10 a.m.? It pretty much confirms. It's a range power 3 expansion idea. Just revolving the opening price. Basically saying that once we set that low below, after engineering the high, it's not likely to take the low unless it's a full reversal. So it's assuming your bias is correct. Pretty simple. Trump is live? Cool. Can a bearish retraction pop up after taking Friday's high? That would be impossible. You'd have to wait for a bearish reversal model first. Would take the 1 minute inversion of the 50-minute if you were bullet. No, I don't think I would have. I don't think I could have been, but I think maybe if ES took London lows, but the fact that ES was 1 point away from London low, I probably would have been skeptical, you know? Yeah, pretty much break even. It's like 10%. 10% loss. Live account was plus $4. Trump live? I don't know. Do you live in Canada? Yes. Do you come PM? No. PM session I trade on my own if I do trade it. How do you protect your mental from overthinking a trade even if you know your model works? Sounds like to me you don't know, you don't truly believe your model works, brother. The best analogy I like to give people is if a genie came up to you, a genie that could see the future, and that genie came up to you and said, yo, Abel, if you trade your model and you follow all the rules for 100 trades, you'll make this much money. Well, I promise you, you would probably just do it then, you know? But you don't really, you think you believe in it, but you really don't believe in it. Because if you really did believe in it, then you know that's all you have to do. Where did you learn all these concepts and confluences from? All from ICT's lectures on YouTube, and then obviously too much backtest. Can't even tell you, can't even give you guys a number at this point. Too much backtest, bro. You can't join the Discord. You just have to click open in browser. It works. Just click open in browser. So standard deviations, what did you mark? I don't know what this is. Oh, I was looking at it for a retracement potential. Standard deviations, use opening range here. There's a really, listen closely. There's a real, did we already reach 0.25? There's a really high probability chance that we're going to reach 0.25. I don't remember if it's before 11:30 or before 1:30, but there's a good chance. Is that the highest high before 10? Yeah. There's a pretty good chance. I have the number somewhere in my stats. So, you think all-time high might be the target? For the week? Yeah. For the week, I think ES all-time high is going to be the target for sure. NQ, I don't know, but ES probably. A lot of orders at 900. Yeah, probably a whole number there as well. I think it's giving 5-minute traction. That will probably not form. But who knows? 902 short. YM mitigated. Mitigated is not the right word. Yorbo, do you trade full time? I don't have any job. I do this full time now. How do you feel about the stuff with Justin? Couldn't care less, bro. Try not to concern myself with other people. You think all time high? Yeah, it's very possible. Very possible. Getting some choppiness. Does Alpha Firm have an account for currency pairs? That would be Alpha Capital, not Alpha Futures. But yeah, same firm, just different branch. $10.50 macro. I wouldn't be opposed to it. Any recommendations on which ICT videos to study? Depends where you're at and what you know already. They're all good. Does Alpha Firm work in Africa? I'm not sure. I would search it up. This will be the risk reward is not going to be good enough actually. Unfortunate. Actually, there's an inversion there that we might be able to snipe. Oh no, there isn't actually. We could squeeze out a 2R on that OB if it forms. Doesn't look like it will. Why is ES lagging so hard? It looks like ES is lagging, but it's not, bro. ES is 28. ES is 0.43% from all-time highs, while Nasdaq's almost double that. So Nasdaq's playing catch up here. That's why it looks like it's not lagging. It's Nasdaq's trying to catch up to ES on the higher time frame. If ES was still going up, there'd be a huge discrepancy. Execution on Top Step. It's that little gear icon. Click it, and then you'll see show executions. Bro, it's a long day. What do you mean? I don't even want to argue with you, bro. YM short soon. You think we'll dump into lunch? I wouldn't short YM while looking the other ones for longs. We actually did get the fair value gap here, so we could hypothetically execute that inversion inside the macro. But the risk reward is, what's the risk reward looking like? Not bad. We'll see if we get a solid candle or not. It's on preferences. There you go. Would you long if we tap into the 5 minute? And I would consider longing this protraction model from this short term low sweep. We'll see how this forms. Is there any imbalance? There's a 3 minute fair value gap there, and the 3 minute previous OB, but it doesn't look like it's forming. We'll see. 1050 macro, 3 minute fair value gap, 3 minute OB, 1 minute inversion execution. It's possible. But I take this one. I think if we get here, it's probably not going to reach Friday's high in the time span that I would want it to. I think it's more of a now or never situation. Like, it could play out, but it will probably take way too long for my liking. Losing year 2 in Clash, and believe it or not, that's my real life friend. So screw that guy, bro. Screw that guy, bro. Kick him out, bro. Yeah, the 3 minute looks good, but I don't think it'll form. Maybe. Oh. We did put in the swing low, which is good, I think. I don't know why he tagged number 30, bro. I don't know what he's slow, bro. He's really slow. Unless this gives one, I think we'll just tape read this. I don't see how it's gonna form with enough conviction for me. Like, probably should have already formed. ES is moving higher. YM's breaking. YM's finally gonna hit that alert that we sent. Funny. Down 900. Is that a good amount to be down for you or no? Day trading hard. I think trading in general is hard. Weekend is your IRL friend. That's cool. Gaty, some real clearance. What do you mark for standard deviations? Because I normally look at 5 minute. Depends what I'm trying to measure, my brother. What are you trying to measure? I got a whole arsenal of standard deviation. I try to only execute the NASDAQ. I'd say 99% of my trades are on NQ. You see the SMT there. Probably go lower into lunch. I don't know. Maybe someone took his phone, bro. I don't know. Where do I get this exact same chart when I look in TradingView NQ1? Look, it's probably because you don't have real-time data. Are you 15 minutes behind? What are the difference? Difference for what? Not worth it to trade today? I think that's a pretty copium thing to say. There was definitely many opportunities, long, short, inside the range to outside the range. Unless you decided you don't want to trade no news Monday beforehand. Okay, sure, that's fine. Then I can agree with you. Standard deviation difference? Well, it depends what you're trying to measure. You can take opening range. You can take 930 manipulation leg, every single 30-minute candles, PO3 manipulation leg, Asian range, London range, New York range, the leg below midnight range. It's endless. I got the stats on all of them. Right now, the really high probability one is 0.25 of the opening range, which I define as the highest. ICT defined it, but sometimes he marks it differently. Is the lowest low and highest high. 0.25 is pretty probable. Pretty probable. I don't remember if it's pretty probable before 1:30 or 11:30, but I know it's probable. So, how do I get the lifetime data? That you have to pay for. Or if you get a futures prop firm account, then you get it for free with them. What type of trade are you thinking? I'm looking at NQ. I think this is going to go higher, but I don't see how I'm going to take a high probability trade. Like right now, for example. That's just weak, if we're going to be honest. It's a pretty weak trade. So you click to buy right now, squeeze out 2R. This is a tape read. That's weak, man. But we'll tape read it. Give a result of Friday giveaway. The guy won. KZ won. KZ won. I talked to him. We're shipping him the stuff. I'm using a futures platform account using TradeLock and provide the live data. But for trading, do I need to buy? Nope. If you sign into, if you want to do it on TradingView, you can. You'd have to sign into whatever platform is giving you the real-time data. Yeah. See, good thing we didn't take that trade, bro. Good thing we did not take that trade. Yeah, go for number 2, bro. Which one are you using now a lot for real-time data? I have real-time data. I purchased real-time data. So you can just buy it separately if you want. It's not that expensive. It's like, I don't know. The data itself is like $5 a month, but you need a TradingView plan. So it's like $5 plus like 15 or something. No, we haven't done those winners. We're gonna do those winners this at some point, sometime this week. Sometime this week we'll do those winners. I lost 6 alpha accounts with your code. Did you really? Message me on Discord if you did, because I gotta add you to the giveaway then. Get a prop firm from Topside, they give you real-time charts. Yep. Project X charts will always give you real-time data. Five-minute gap. Is there a 10-minute? The 5-minute gap is there, man. Do I want to long this 5-minute gap to Friday's high? I suppose if it forms really cleanly. We were pretty patient in waiting for all this. No News Monday is the best. What's the risk to reward on something like this? That's solid. That's solid. I could work with that. If we get this inversion, I can work with that. I think that's probably too much, bro. The Clash Only channel, that's the Clash of Clans chat, bro. We're probably going to take out all these lows. But if we do get a miracle candle here, I'll take that inversion. Take a 50K funded account from funded next one your code. Nice, bro. How do you do limit order? Right click on the chart wherever you want to place it, and then just put the right one. Do it again. Just right click. You just right click anywhere. If you're signed into an account, then you can see all the options. For example, if you want to put a sell limit right here, sell limit. If you want to put a buy limit right here, buy limit. Sell stop, buy stop, same thing. All the orders go there. Is alpha the next move from top step? I think alpha should be first and then top step. That's my opinion. Just because payouts are easier. Okay, YM go, man. Making great progress. Keep going, YM. You're doing great. What's YM? YM's the third indice. Have you ruled out shorts? I think this low is probably likely to get taken, but I wouldn't short this now. PM, yeah, look for it. Fun and next giveaway winners. We'll do it this week. Maybe Wednesday? Wednesdays before, or maybe tomorrow. Tomorrow's the day before CPI. Might be an early stream. Close. Maybe fun and next giveaway winners tomorrow. Because it's CPI the day after. Tuesday's probably gonna be even more deeper retracements than this. You do live every day? Yep. Been live every day for almost a year and a half now. Is it indirectly correlated to NQ? It's correlated, yeah, it's correlated. I mean, it's supposed to be. If price takes the low and forms some inversion, will upset you long? Yeah, it's possible. It's possible. I would consider it. CPI is Thursday. Oh, is it PPI on Tuesday? Did I mix them up? I'd want along this 5-minute gap, but it's pushing it pretty late. Can't get out of eval jail. You just gotta risk more, or you gotta figure out why you're what's holding you back. Taking one trade, break even. Nothing else has formed or else really high probability long. Like this one would have fizzled out. It would have been stopped here. So yeah, it would have been another break even in hindsight. We'll see if we get the 5-minute. Not a strong strategy is holding me back. Well, that's like the easiest thing to work on, bro. You just gotta hop on the back test. I risk super heavy. I make 1,500 and then blow it next day. Then buy another and make 1,500. I mean, it sounds like you're gambling, bro. I see why you have no consistency, bro. Hood is moving. Hood is moving. Hood is definitely leading. You're leaving it up to chance. You have to roll the dice enough times so the numbers play out in your favor, my brother. If you only roll the dice, if you're only gonna roll the dice twice and say, "What the fuck? I didn't get 7." All right, well, you only rolled it twice, you know. I think we end the session here. It's already 11:06. The only setup I would take is if we now formed a bearish fair value gap going down and then inversed. That's the only thing I would even consider. It's going to take too long. I don't want to sit here. So we can tape read. I'll leave it annotated. I'm not, though. I wait for setups and everything. But if you're trading P&L. How can you say you get an account, you try to rush getting 1,500, but then you blow it? Of course you're going to blow it. You're over leveraging. You just said you risked heavy. If you risk too much, it means you're not giving yourself enough opportunity. Appreciate you, Nas Trading. How much do you usually risk on your 100K funded? I would risk 250. What's good, Mike? How are you, brother? CPI Thursday. Yeah, price takes a. I don't know. What's the strategy that made you money? I have my own strategy, my own uh, narrative in viewing the power of three. You take a trade, one break even. How much risk on a 50K funded top step? I risk 150. That's just me. On a 25K, I risk 125. Pretty much the same as a 50K. Any less doesn't make sense. Break it down a little bit. My full model's on YouTube. It can break it down more than a little bit if you want to watch it. It's up to you. Doesn't matter. You get a payout every month? No. Sometimes I get multiple payouts in 1 month. Sometimes I get 0 payouts in 1 month. I took 178 loss on Friday and 77 loss today in my eval. Is it fine? That's pretty good risk management, but it might be a little too little for an eval, bro. Unless you're a 25K account, then that's pretty good. Do you think we will reach today Friday high? Yes, I do. If I had to make a prediction. But don't demand that. Don't force a trade that you have to be right. How was that trade break even though with a little loss? Was that? I mean, yeah, it was a $40 loss, $30 loss, which is like on Apex it was a 10%, 0.1 R loss. So I'm gonna journal it as a break even. Just like if I made $10 or if I made 0.1 R, I would journal it as a break even too, in both ways. I mean, it doesn't really matter. What's your strategy to trade futures? I trade the power of three. You're risking 1 million on 50K eval, 1 2 are good. I risk 750 on evals for 50Ks. A lot of my fund, I'm not really working on any evals right now. I'm just working on running up the funded. When is it a good time to go break even? When it's more likely to go up than down and you no longer want to risk. Or whenever I never just go break even to go break even. I didn't really go break even here. I put my stop at a level where it should not have went to if I was wrong. And see, it did go all the way to the original stop. So that's why I'm moving my stop. I never just put it break even just because. I think that's a very silly thing to do. It doesn't make sense. No, it is 50K and I risk light because Friday wasn't that great today. Yeah, I mean, that's fine. 3 minutes for an eval is way too much, bro. You're full porting. 3 minis is probably a little too much. Yeah, you're probably risking. No, I'm not in a trade. 3 minis is probably too much. So if there's a reason for price to come for your SL, then forget the word break even. I move my stop to points where if price reaches my stop loss, it's more likely the trade is going to be a loser than a winner. That's when I move my stop. I'm still in long with stops at 852. Should I close it with small long 852? I mean, it looks pretty good right now. Did the 3 minute hold? Sloppy delivery, but it looks like it's panning. I don't know where was your entry. If you have to ask, to be honest, my best advice to you is close, but you shouldn't really have to ask. Should I trade minis or NQ? I only trade micros. How many contract do you use? It's usually around 1 to 3. 100 plus US in that candle. Nice. 875. We got the inversion. I probably just bumped the stop. If it was me, but I don't want to tell you what to do. If it was me, I just bumped the stop. Don't let it reinverse this and just see what you got. One trade today on the funded, one trade on the live, just one trade today. Lost 900 today, but if I can't find an entry, I'll wait till tomorrow. Yeah. There's an SMT, like you could just argue. It's pretty hard to say what'll happen right now. It looks like we're pretty range bound. Solid day. Alright, let's do the journal for Discord. And then we can call it. So we took the trade off of this order block or the CISD. And that's all we needed to know. I'll show you guys how I journal in the Discord. If you're not in the Discord, I journal all my trades in there for you guys. So this is what it looks like. Oh, Monday, September. This is not my personal journal, by the way. This is just what I'm sharing. Trade 1, reversal model short. We had H4 H4C H4CE M1 CISD. So that was the entry confirmation for the criteria short. Deep premium SMT, deep premium SMT, and then London low 50% org, or say org CE, DOL. Result, I'm just gonna we'll say partial loss. It was break even, but we'll just say partial loss, whatever. That's it. And then notes. I don't think I did necessarily anything wrong. It was a solid trade. I knew it could bounce from where it did, and it did. I managed risk well. Tried find the long after, but nothing high probability. Pretty simple journal. Pretty solid day. Nothing too crazy. Is it better to SCNQ and ES in the same move to take trade? See both, yes. Sometimes we do Discord calls. They haven't done one in a while though. Long right now doesn't look too bad. I think it looks not too good. But that's just me. How much can you request on Alpha Capital's 0 account? Alpha Future 0 account, 50K. The max is 1500. I'm down 1300. That's quite a bit for one day, bro. Can you call market maker friends and tell them to take Friday high, please? You gotta detach from that trade, brother. If I were you, I'd honestly close the charts and leave. Even if you're in a trade right now, just close it and leave. I took the same for a trade, but got out the equal lows. Nice, bro. I'm down 550 on a 25K account. That's also quite a bit. Then request 100%. On the 0 account, you can request 50% of what you make. The rest of it stays in the account. Discord server is in description. Go to YouTube or Instagram, because then it'll just take you right to the link. I press spell. I slipped. I'm not sure what you're saying. I used to have these buttons, hotkeys, that would sometimes put me in a trade. I don't know if that's what you're talking about. We took one trade, pretty much break even today. No, nothing more today. Not in the morning session. Maybe the PM session. See if we can get 1R in the PM. Well, boys, I appreciate you guys coming through. Wanted to take from 0. To be honest, I feel like you're not going to like this answer, but I've always kind of had the similar amount of success month to month. It's always been some months pay out, some months not, but consistently we make more than we lose since day one. Obviously, the first couple, I didn't get a payout for 3 months in, but I wouldn't say that I was trading unprofitably for the first 2 months. You know, like just because I didn't get a payout those first 2 months, I was trading pretty well for the most part. From advanced, you can withdraw everything. From standard, you can withdraw everything. Does reset, drawdown, reset? No. Drawdown stays where it was. Always on Alpha Futures. How do you feel about Bookmap? I've never used it. Quick question. Is the 9 a.m. 1 hour candle big? This one, the rejection block would be right there. That's your rejection block on the 1 hour. From this body high to that, the ICT rejection block. I know some people use rejection blocks probably differently. This is how ICT teaches the rejection block. How long you been trading for? Just over 2 years. How long did you spend practicing on demo before switching to real markets? I only did 1 month of demo because in that 1 month of demo, I passed 2 accounts on demo, so I thought I was ready. But I spent a lot of month in backtest, a lot of time in backtest. Would you long out the 5? No, I would close the chart. You can probably anticipate this low to not get taken, but I don't like it. You going short? No. I'm going to journal. How long it took to learn ICT? 5, 6 months. No, I don't trade CFDs. And do you think that's faster than normal or expected? Depends how much work you put in. If you put the same amount of work as me, I don't see why you couldn't do it in the same amount of time. How long did it take for you to become profitable? Like I said, it's a hard question to ask me. I don't feel like I ever turned from non-profitable to profitable. I felt like I was pretty much always doing the right things. I had losing months. I had months where I didn't get a payout. I had months where I did get a payout. I had months where I got multiple payouts. Well, I don't feel like there was a switch to me. I feel like I don't know what people expect, but in my opinion, I don't think like you expect to show up to make money every single day, every single week. I don't think that's what it means to be profitable. I just think it means trading with the right concept, mindset, skill set. And I feel like I've most of the time, always been doing that. And then obviously making more than you lose, obviously. I've always done that. Even including the tilt sessions in the first, where I first started. Yeah, it's all psychology, I would argue. Almost, I'd probably say 80% if I had to put a number on it. The people who say like it's not your psychology, it's just your model sucks, they're trying to sell you a model. If it was really that good, computerize it and make billions. You know? It's not that. It's not that. People pay billions of dollars for models, not billions, but like multi-millions for models that can be computerized and profitable. It's really not about the model. Took 1 trade break even. Thoughts on TGR Bootcamp? I've never seen it, so I don't know. What's your opinion on trading with an ICT bot? I think if you're really good at coding, you can do it. But it's hard. It's hard to code an ICT strategy when you have bias and stuff as well. But you can do it for sure. Can I learn your strategy? If you want to, sure. It's on YouTube for free. Nothing too complex about it. It's up to you. He's not going to respect 5-minute FED. I think we'll take London lows, but unfortunately I missed it. I don't personally think London lows are getting taken. I don't think this low is going to get taken. But that's just my personal opinion. I may be wrong, obviously. What do you think about the old heads who thinks ICT doesn't work? I think they're silly. And it's not because they think ICT doesn't work. It's because they think that any specific model can't work. If it's them thinking, it depends exactly what they're saying. But for someone to just say an ICT model can't work, that's just silly behavior. That's just a silly thing to say. Any model can work. You can tweak any model until it's profitable and optimized. Bull flags. If someone told me, Gaddy, you're only allowed to trade bull flags, I would optimize the shit out of bull flags until it has a profitable edge on the market. It's just the reality of trading. You can optimize any model. Are you winning today? Break even pretty much. Slight loss. Like $40. I think equilibrium money, yes, 5-minute refugee time. Yeah, possible. London highs? We've definitely taken London highs, right? There's no way we're way past London highs, my brother. If the CIC doesn't work, they usually don't trade gems. There you go. Depends what ICT like. I also think that people don't realize they think ICT means like, oh, order blocks move price. Like, no, order blocks don't move price. That's not how the market moves. So I feel like a lot of people confuse the word works with like can use to your advantage. You can backtest for free on Trader Gaza. How many years have you been trading? It's been about 2 years for me. I'm still a rookie. Any potential longs here? Yeah. I mean, there's always a potential long. I wouldn't take it past my window, but it's possible. It's always possible. All right, boys. Well, I appreciate you guys coming through. Pretty good live stream. One trade. Getting close to TP levels. Hedging. Typical No News Monday stuff. In hindsight, we had the wrong draw, but we managed risk and trade really well, so we didn't have to really pay the price. If you were bullish, a couple models formed in your favor. Here, stopped out break even. Here, would have played. A couple models here failed, but we talked about why those were not probable, which is why we didn't take anything here. And yeah, how to fight with losses? You have to have belief that you'll outwin your losses. If you don't have that belief, then you haven't studied and tested enough. How many years have you? Yeah. 3 break evens for me today. It's getting funny. Tough. Lunch might take Friday's high. Yeah, I would agree. What's good, 2 Chainz? I want to hop in call soon, bro. All right, I appreciate you guys coming through. I'll see you guys live, the rest of the day this week. I guess tomorrow we'll roll the funded next winners. Tomorrow or Friday. Tomorrow or Friday. Take care, Lori. Are you making a new backtest video? I've reached a point in backtest where genuinely it almost doesn't make sense for me to backtest because, hear me out, I don't want to go more than 5 years back, which I have before, but I don't want to do it again because the volatility and the volume has changed significantly. Not significantly, but it's changed, okay? So I don't want to go 5 years back, but I've done the last 5 years like 3 times now. So what am I doing? Like, I'm not saying I necessarily remember all the days. A lot of the days I do remember. Like 2024, I almost remember every day. As soon as I see the daily chart, I remember it. So like, there isn't really any benefit to me backtesting. I feel like I just gotta focus on the coding stats, study the event probabilities. But I feel like actual backtest, the only reason I would backtest is if I feel like I'm slipping out of my zone and I wanna, just practice. Just go, just shoot around. Are you from India? No, I'm from Canada. I hate backtesting. I miss so much. I feel like it doesn't improve my trading. It's good to lose in backtesting though. You got to go see like what exactly is going on. Do you continuously have the wrong draw? Do you this? Do you that? You got to figure that stuff out. Why do order flow traders say ICT doesn't work? I don't know, bro. Who cares, bro? It's just because I really benefit from the first video. It was a good video. It was a good video. I don't disagree with that. We are bouncing from the FEG just broke structure. Yeah, you can long it. If you want to know my model criteria, it would have to be this inversion. Would I take it? No. If you're curious, we could tape read it. 11:30 open yet? No. You could take it. It's up to you. 11 a.m. open, up, down. Same situation we've been talking about. 11 a.m. Like, you'll see this pattern repeat every time. All right, I'm leaving for real this time. This time I'm leaving for real. I'll see you guys live tomorrow, 9:15 a.m. Eastern time. If I take a PM session trade, I'll tell you guys. I'm not sure if I will. I might just, go back in the lab, start coding again. But I will see you guys live tomorrow, exact same time. I appreciate you guys. JP, I'm gonna call you right now while I make breakfast, if that's fine. Gotta get my journal down ASAP, but I'll make breakfast, call you, and then I'll hop in the gem call. All right. See you, boys. You should take this? No. You can take it though.